Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann resonance report for Thursday, June 19th, I think. I'm on vacation and I already struggle to keep track of the days, so here we go. Okay, you guys, here is our graph currently. This was last night when I made my update. This was the release energy that came through about 4 or 5 p.m. and lasted for a few hours. Since then, our graph has been relatively quiet. We are still in that waffle integration of the timeline pattern. You see this stripe right here that's a little bit lighter than the rest. A little bit here too. This is that waffle pattern that I talked about in my video last night. If you missed that, go watch that. Because our graph is pretty quiet today, I thought I'd explain some of the features that I am looking at every single day when I look at this and tell you what I'm seeing in there today. I thought this would be helpful for some of our new followers. By the way, hi friends. Okay, so first of all, this is the graph that I look at on a daily basis. This is measured in Tomsk, Russia, number 1. These green bars, these green horizontal bars, the green is background noise. It's basically humanity and the noise we make. All of the electronics we use, all of the things that we use, these green bars is the noise made by that measured on this graph. So when you see this green, that's what I call calm, because it's just us making noise. Sometimes these green starts to get red in the middle of it, and that is a release part, but we'll get to that when we have it. The next thing I want to show you is on the Italian graph. This is the geophone and E-field measurement. This is what I'm looking at. So this is measuring movement of electricity in the ionosphere as well as movement in the ground, little shakes in the ground. That's what this is measuring, and that's what I'm looking at. When I look at this graph, this little running line down here that you can barely see, this is low-level release energy from Gaia herself, okay? Literally coming up from the bottom into your root to stimulate deep release. When it's little like this is what I call the grumbles. It's when we tend to get triggered by the things that are always kind of in our energy that we tend to ignore. Those little annoying things that really get you, those tend to be heightened on days that have this red track running across the bottom, like today. Red release energy like this tends to make us a little bit more reactive, emotional, and just a little bit more extra than we usually are, especially around our triggers. So keep an eye on your words today and make sure you're practicing your pause before you bite somebody's head off. Okay, next, this is a graph of our ionosphere, okay? So this usually has a blue ring around it, much more like this color, and it protects our Earth from incoming solar flares, radiation, solar winds, all the stuff. Today, you can see that this has been pushed away because the solar wind coming out of the sun is so strong right now that it's kind of stripping those particles off the Earth. This happens all the time and is normal, but when it gets like this, it tends to make us feel a little more than we normally would with the energy we are receiving. It tends to heighten things for us. So as I'm looking at this, you may be feeling your anxiety, your nervousness, your restlessness a little more than usual, and you might not be able to pinpoint why. This is why. And the other thing I look at is our actual sun. Isn't she beautiful? So this is our sun. I want to point out this giant hole right here. This is Earth facing. This is what is increasing the solar wind speeds as they reach us and strip those particles off our ionosphere. That's a mouthful. Like I said, with big solar wind speeds, it tends to intensify everything we are already receiving. So little things may be a big deal today for you. So again, a good day to watch your tongue, make sure you're responding and not reacting, make sure you're staying in your integrity and not letting someone pull you into their hot mess. Then after I look at all of this, I go into meditation and I ask for guidance on what I am seeing. In meditation this morning, I had a reminder that everything takes time. Because we live in a physical environment that is ruled by physical properties, the things that are changing in our world take time to change. We cannot rush them. We cannot plead for them. We cannot pull them here. We have to allow it to unfold in the way it has worked itself out. So basically my meditation this morning was all about patience. It was reminding me that things take time. When you conceive an idea or when you pick up an idea, it's in the 5D dimension, or what I call the 5D dimension, because I don't know how else to explain it. And that's a whole nother video that maybe someday I'll talk about. Anyway, it has to go from 5D through 4D down into 3D. And 3D is much more dense then 5D. The particles here are moving much more slowly, which is why we are physical in nature. So you have to be patient with yourself. Everything just takes a minute. Geez, slow down. It can be hard during these times, especially when there's a lot happening in the world, because you feel like you want to do something, but there's literally nothing you can do that will help you feel better. So put your attention on something constructive. Do something that helps you feel as if you are helping, right? Donate to a cause, go volunteer some time, whatever it is that you feel good about doing, put action behind that, and it will help move your energy and put that type of momentum towards the solution. Because I just want to remind everybody, the problem and the solution do not have the same frequency. All right, here's our cards for today. So my guides want you to all understand that our root, for many of us, is getting a major overhaul. Our root is where we hold all of our base teachings, our base understandings about the world. Everything you learned when you were younger is held in this root. Right now, this is getting a major overhaul. And the reason is because we have become apathetic in our lives. We've gotten to the point of allowing others to tell us who we are. In this way, it has caused suppression to us as individuals. Now is our time to step forward into individuality and help progress the collective forward as a loving, well-focused collective. In order to do this, we are going to have to go through things that make us feel vulnerable. But the vulnerability is necessary to encourage us to focus on ourselves and do the things we need to do to help us feel like we are connecting and growing together. The way you do this is you turn your attention to those things that help you feel a sense of inspiration. That's always going to lead you where you need to go. No matter the fact that it might take a minute, it's still going to get you where you need to go. So keep focusing on the things that inspire you as you rewire that root. Step outside of apathy, let go of suppression, and move into a state of progress. It's an absolutely beautiful morning here. So let's set our intention for the day here in the present moment and get ready for today. Are you ready? Because I am. Just want to remind everyone who's new here, I have a very active Patreon account. You should go check it out because there are articles, there are classes, book clubs, all this stuff. Just shameless plug. Go check it out. All right, here we go. I want you to take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Are you ready? Let's do it. In, release, drop your shoulders, let them go down. And just remind yourself that today is a great day. I woke up today. I have air in my lungs and feet in my shoes, and I have many, many opportunities in front of me, no matter what they look like. Friends, today is a great day.